Alrighty, time for another edition of Science Sunday, joined by Aoife Ryle of the Connecticut Science Center.
Hello. Happy end of December.
It's the last weekend, our last Science Sunday of 2018. We're solidly in the middle of winter, so we're kind of thinking, what about beaches and wave action?
Yeah, I'm already thinking about summer.
Yeah. Can't come fast enough.
I know. So in that vein, though, I wanted to do a little bit with waves.
Okay.
Right, thinking about the beach. So I brought you in today a wave tank that some of my coworkers, Andrew and Nick, actually built themselves.
So this is made by folks at the Connecticut Science Center. Kind of really cool. And while we've got the tub here, what's really neat is what is generating the waves. And this is something that you guys even used a 3D printer with.
Yeah. So they 3D printed some of their own custom parts. But you can see, I'll get it going here. As my motor spins, it's moving this panel, this clear panel here, back and forth. And that's going to generate the waves inside of our tank, that pushing back and forth.
And we've got several speeds.
Yeah, so I can speed it up a little bit, because why not, right? You got to have some options. All right, so we'll get some waves going here. All right, so you might be able to see we're starting to create some waves.
Yeah, you can see them really well.
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of talk about today how things move in waves.
All right.
So I have these balls here.
Yep.
What I'm going to have you do, we're just going to drop it in the water, and we're going to see which one reaches the end first. So you notice they're not moving really at all.
No.
Yeah, this one has been there the entire time. Kind of looks caught in that wave.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd think that it would move to the end of the wave, right? Or to the end of the tank. The waves would push them down.
That's not what is actually happening.
But yeah, our waves, that water isn't moving down the tank at all. The water is moving in these circular patterns, and they stay in place. The only thing that moves down is the energy.
All right.
So kind of like if you had a set of dominoes, right? When those dominoes knock over, the individual dominoes don't move. Just like this water isn't moving, it's just the energy that
So the energy is being transferred from one end of the tank to the other.
Yep, but the water itself, all those molecules, they're staying put.
And you have another way to demonstrate that, because we're talking about what's floating on top, but even as we drop a little, what, food coloring in?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So we're going to drop some food coloring in. We'll make it go a little bit faster, because
why not? Yeah.
We'll make some more waves. So I'm going to grab some blue food coloring here, and I'll drop it right here. So you'll notice it's kind of moving, back and forth a little bit, but it's really not spreading out too much. It's kind of staying right in this section, right here in the middle. Right? So that's that little section of that wave that's moving in that circular pattern, and it'll stay right there instead of spreading out down towards the end of the tank like we might expect.
All right, so transferring that energy and really demonstrating that by what's floating on top and even by putting the food coloring within the water.
Yeah, so if I stop it, once I stop it, it's going to start to spread out a little bit more, right? Because it's not making it get stuck in this cycle right there. So now that water can kind of spread out that food coloring a little bit.
Awesome, good stuff. And at the Science Center, we should point out this is, I guess, kind of sorcery-ish.
Yeah.
I guess. A bizarre segue, but we've got coming up in 2 weekends, January 12th and 13th. You want to put this on your calendar now, because we've got a cool Harry Potter connection to Hogwarts.
Yes, yeah, we have our Harry Potter weekend coming up. Hogwarts and the Science of Sorcery. So we'll have characters there that you can come meet. We'll have a lot of really cool live science around magic. We do have some things that will be an extra cost on the top of the ticket, so I would recommend doing that ahead of time, because they can fill up. But even if not, we'll have a lot of life science just included in the cost of ticket.
Wonderful.
Why not?
Awesome. So that's happening again 2 weekends from now.
2 weekends,
so in the meantime, thanks for checking us out this entire year. Thank you for coming on board.
Yeah, it's been a great year.
And we look forward to 2019. So we'll see you for another edition of Science Sunday in 2019.